Hey everybody, I'm Arglefump. This is the 2026 Nancy Drew Marathon, and today I'm going to be playing Secret of the Old Clock, game number 12 in the Nancy Drew series. So here we go. Hopefully you can see it. That looked kind of weird to me, but now it looks like the game is working. So let's get started with the adventure.
The Secret of the Old Clock.
I think I'm gonna play on Junior Detective mode, but I believe in this game the two gameplay modes are basically the same, right?
The year, 1930.
All right.
The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
Oh, hypers, everybody! It's the year 1930, and Nancy's gonna be solving some mysteries here at the Lilac Inn. Ho ho! So I just read like the first four Nancy Drew books, and that's this game is based on the first four Nancy Drew books. So that obviously it's book number 4, The Mystery at Lilac Inn. That's the name of the book that all this Lilac Inn stuff is from. It's kind of weird because you think it would be from Secret of the Old Clock because they call it Secret of the Old Clock, but no, it's Lilac Inn. But anyway, Lilac Inn, great place. They have lots of good food. Here in the game, their specialty is pie. I don't think they have a specialty in the book. I could be wrong. You know what? Can we start with mini golf? Is that a thing we can do?
A miniature golf course. Swell.
Oh, swell! This is great. Okay, I do love the unexplained time travel, but it's just fun. It's a fun game. I like it. Okay, so I need to hit this button. Woo! So did they have that in 1930, like these high-tech golf courses? I don't know. Did people play a lot of miniature golf in in the year 1930? I don't know. There's no miniature golf anywhere in the books. So okay. I'm on amateur, so that's why I'm amateur sleuth mode, so I can actually win this puzzle. Okay, let me save the game here. Mini golf, yeah. Gotta save it mini golf, because mini golf is kind of awful. And you can start. So, let's start with this. So, wouldn't it be great if I won on my first try? Oh, nope, that was a terrible hit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a 3 on this. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Okay, so I got a par 3, which is not great, but, I mean, it's great. Yeah, you know, if you ask me, hey, what year in America was mini golf super popular, I would say, I don't know. I seriously don't. Imagine like 80 years in the future, they make a game taking place in the 2020s, and it'll be pickleball. That'll be the cool thing that the detectives are up to. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Woo! It does save time and sanity if you save on every single hole. Yes, that is true. That is true. I'm doing pretty well here. Okay, so here's a cheat. You can, like, hit your ball through here. Or not, but there's a magic hole there. If you hit your ball through the magic hole, it comes out, like, here. Oh, I hate it when this happens, where it's like, okay, I need to hit the ball way harder than this, but I can only move my mouse to the edge of the screen, so I can't move it that much farther. Oh. The first mini golf course was opened in 1916 in North Carolina. Woo! Popularized in the 1930s and onward. So I'm doing pretty well here, I think. How's this? Woo! Okay, hole 4. Let's do it. I'm doing pretty well here. Let's see. Here I need to bounce off these walls. And which one do I go for? Do I go for the down one? Do I go for the middle one? Or the top one, maybe? Just going to guess, because I'm crushing it. I am crushing it. Somebody says middle. Okay. I'm going to believe you are correct. Uh-oh. Okay, middle. Okay, good. It's never discussed in, like, in any of the other games that Nancy Drew time travels. Like, my silly guess is that this is just, the grandmother of current-day Nancy Drew, maybe. She had a daughter named Nancy Drew who also had a daughter named Nancy Drew. Although, oh no, that doesn't work. I don't know. But I think with the Nancy Drew books, there's like a distinct time period. There's like original 1930s Nancy Drew, and then 1959, and that's when they like rebooted Nancy Drew and they rewrote a lot of the books, and she has a new personality there. And then again, late 80s new Nancy Drew, where they rebooted the series again. So that's just enough time to say one is the mother of the other Nancy Drew, right? Yeah? Maybe. Okay, here we go. This could be tough. I'm going with here. Nice! Guys, this is going well. Nancy Drew time traveling to the future. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, I want a Nancy Drew game set in 2070. Yeah, that would be awesome. And then in actual year 2070, everybody would laugh at the game for getting everything wrong. Because that seems to be how those things usually end up.
I hit it too hard.
Oh, come on. You've got it, Nancy. Yes! It was so mean the first time I played this game. And it's like, wait, there's a part 2? Who said there was a part 2? I don't remember there being a part 2. Yeah.
Hooray!
Woo! Okay. We beat mini golf on the first try. Yes. Okay. Nancy Drew Back to the Future. That would be cool. So what do? I enter... Okay, I made par. I put my my winning card here.
A little toy pony.
Hooray! And we got a pony. That's so cool. I like it. Okay, we did it. I think we can do this game. Can we do this game now? Let's do this game too. I do like the soundtrack for this game too. Kind of jazzy, because 1930s. You say 1930s, people think jazz. Okay, so 3 of the colors are correct, and one of them's in the right spot. So let's see. Let's test. I don't know how to test this. Okay, so let's try this. See how that works. That's only 2 colors correct. Okay, so one of the new colors has to be correct, which means blue, green. Let's go with red and orange, maybe. Oh wow, really well done there. We have to go back to the past, Nancy. Yes. 3 of them are correct. Okay, so which ones are the same? Oh, I guess that means blue must be the one that's correct, because blue is number 3. Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, so red was wrong. Let's say red's correct. And green is correct, but then the next one's purple. Yeah! Snack Shop was fun.
Interesting.
And there are, like, there's, like, cooking challenges in a lot of the Nancy Drew games. So that's fun. So this puzzle is 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 7. You can see Those are the highlighted words, the words that are a different shade of orange. All right, there we go. We did that. I think we can't go inside here yet. Like, the game will not let us.
Do not disturb. Okay, I won't.
Okay, I won't. Oh, and then there's this puzzle, but we can't solve it yet because we don't know what the clue is. Okay, so now let's go inside the Lilac Inn. This is Jane Willoughby.
Hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
Emily told me your name.
I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch. Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
So, as I said, I just read the book, so I know this is kind of different from the book. So, in the book starts like the day before Emily turns 18 years old. And so it's not a couple of months before Emily turns 18. It's like the day before she turns 18. And when she's 18, she's supposed to inherit like this fortune of jewelry. And, well, here in the game, like, she's got all these jewels and necklaces upstairs already. But that's how it is in the book. Like, Jane goes to the bank and gets the jewels, and they're stolen from her at the Lilac Inn. Dun, dun, dun. But also in the book, I think Jane is kind of like a goofy older lady. That's why she's so easily robbed. She's kind of incompetent.
She didn't?
Don't get me wrong. She can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Jane is also kind of a suspect because she needs a lot of money. So, like, maybe she faked being robbed at the Lilac Inn so she could sell the jewels herself. Like, she made a second trip to the bank, like, the day before, which the police find suspicious. And you know what? Probably doesn't really matter. Anyway, here Jane is a guardian who doesn't really quite know what she's doing.
Is she all right?
Well, now that's hard to say. She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Emily's father?
Died in the war. Cantigny, I think. Anyway, I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
Poor Emily. She's in trouble.
You make it sound like she's in some kind of trouble.
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bear cat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up. She's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
All right, so that's it for Jane. Let's see. Can I steal? No, I don't think we can look at this thing yet. That's the door to the kitchen, right? We'll find out more about that later. Let's call Dad. Let's call Dad.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
All right, so we've got an old-fashioned phone because it's 1930.
There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool we got to talk. This is the first game where Nancy's father was a character we can call. And I think it's appropriate because he's kind of a major character in the Nancy Drew books, at least the first 4 ones. As I said, like, they rebooted Nancy Drew in, like, 1959, 1960, and so on. And when they rebooted Nancy Drew, they made Hannah Gruen a more important character, so Hannah shows up more often in the books. And she's like a second mother to Nancy. It's not like Nancy hates her in the original books, but it's definitely more the case that Hannah's a servant and Nancy's the one in charge of the house. Whereas, you know, the reboot, Hannah's more of a major player. So, in the originals, Nancy's dad takes more of the parental role, because we don't have Hannah as a mother figure. It's just all Carson.
I got your message. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine. I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up. Save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas.
Oh my
tank and
gosh,
get
Dad,
gas
don't
when you're
give me a
low so you don't
lecture.
run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your
Oh my
spare,
gosh.
and then head
Just
straight
no,
to a
stop,
gas
Dad.
station and
Dad,
get it
I
fixed.
am
Yes,
a
Dad.
grown young
All right,
woman. I
lecture
can
over.
handle
Have
myself.
You found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
No.
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty. Now go see Emily. And after that,
I know. Pick up those documents.
that's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
All right, so let's go. Ooh, this is the pie. Yeah, it would be cool if they had a pie making challenge in this game, but they do not. We have a pie sorting challenge. That's the puzzle. Okay, so we need to go upstairs and talk to our friend Emily. Oh yeah, in the book, yeah, Emily has a boyfriend and they're going to get married, but due to, the robbery and stuff like that, maybe they won't get married and live happily ever after. And so Nancy's like really has to work hard to solve the mystery because she wants her good friend Emily to get married, right? And live happily ever after.
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
Well, thank you.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad?
Hey, I was just talking to him. Well, what do you need with him?
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer. Shh!
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
This is 1930. Lots
Oh,
of
he
people
does have a
safes.
safe, yeah.
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What about your guardian? Can't she take care of it?
Oh, I don't want her to know I'm doing this, so don't tell her, all right? See, strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Come on, we better get out of here.
Oh no, so there's a sudden fire. Oh dear, oh no. In the book, it's a car crash outside, which is the big distraction.
This is horrible, just horrible.
But I mean,
The
an
fire chief
exploding
says the
kitchen
stove
works
was
too,
completely
right?
destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
So what caused this explosion? I don't know.
Does he know what caused the explosion?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
Where did Emily go? She was right here.
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset, but it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Emily?
Oh, and here's the big revelation. So, while everybody was distracted, the culprit stole the jewels.
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say, but I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove, and without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn, and if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Okay, so like I said, in the original book, she needs the money in order to get married to this guy, right? But, so this is the story, this is going to a story from the first book, The Secret of the Old Clock. There's a guy named Josiah Crowley. He left a will, but all his money went to the villainous Topham family. In this game, it's just Mr. Topham. It's not the Topham family. But he's got 2 daughters and a wife, and his daughters both went to school with Nancy. Nancy has a couple of run-ins with the Topham sisters, Ada and Isabel, and they're really nasty, but... You know, this game can't afford to have 6 characters, so they only have the 1 Topham in this game. Okay, and the money was supposed to go... I'm sorry if this is boring and I'm giving you guys lectures on books, but I like books. I've got a book review channel called Arglefump Reads. Check it out. There's a bunch of people that he was going to leave money to. The book mostly focuses on the Horner sisters, Grace, and Isabel. It's Grace and Allie Horner. So those are the 2 that Nancy makes friends with. There's also an old lady named Abigail Rowan, and then a pair of cousins, and then 2 other old ladies that were supposed to inherit. So there's a bunch of different people that were supposed to inherit Crowley's will, inherit all Crowley's money. So but here in this game, it's just basically just her. She's the one who should inherit. So they got rid of, like I said, the game can't afford to have like 600 characters. So they reduced like 6 people who are going to inherit to like 1 or 2.
Was there a problem finding his will?
It didn't turn up for months. Then finally someone found it in a drawer in Josiah's house. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
It was really mean. It was really mean of him. Okay, so where's Richard Topham now?
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by 2 brothers during the Civil War.
Like the twin houses built at the same time. They're connected by a secret passageway. That's from book number 2.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
Not one of your favorite people, huh?
Oh, no, Mr. Archer's very nice. I mean, for a stuffy old banker. I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
I'd love to.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so Jim Archer is a character from the Nancy Drew books, but not like in the first 4 Nancy Drew books. He's introduced in the rewrite of book number 2. So here's the thing with, like, the first 4 Nancy Drew books, right? Bess and George aren't in those books. Bess and George were introduced in book number 5, Secret of Shadow Ranch. So Nancy doesn't solve any of the mysteries with Bess and George in the first 4 books. She solves them with her friend Helen Corning. But then, as I said, Bess and George show up in book number 5, and then she never looks back. Like, Bess and George are great. Nancy's always solving mysteries with them. So when they rewrote the series, they decided, we need an excuse to get rid of Helen Corning, because it's weird how she's only in the first 4 books and this kind of disappears. So the reason they came up with is she got married to a guy named Jim Archer. And, like, she mentions that in the rewrites. Like, in book number 2, she's like, oh, man, Jim Archer proposed to me. And then in book number 3, she's like, oh, Jim Archer, she's getting her wedding dress for her wedding with Jim Archer. And so that's who this Jim Archer character is. Basically there to marry Nancy's best friend, so nobody's super confused when Nancy suddenly has Bess and George as her new best friends. Okay, so Hobo Sign Language, I should probably talk about the game. We've got Hobo Sign Language, that's going to be important for a puzzle. We've got this horse thing, which is also for a puzzle. Also explains a joke in Zootopia 2. That was so hilarious when they had the horse mayor counting by knocking his paw on the ground. Just like this horse, Clever Hans, is great. I thought it was great anyway. Probably not a reference to this video game, but it could have been.
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
Okay, so now we've got this slider puzzle where we're just going to move things left and right. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, I got it. That was so easy.
Wonder what this mirror's doing in here.
So that's kind of what they did. They have this puzzle. I assume they had a puzzle with the clock. We have to find like 4 mirrors, and they're behind 4 clocks. That's not part of the book at all. So let's see. In the book, Josiah lived with Richard Topham for like the last year of his life. All this stuff about Topham being a psychic and running a school for psychics, totally made up for this game. In the book, he's a relative, and they basically forced Josiah to move in with them because they were hoping to get their hands on Josiah's money, and the trick kind of works, right? Because after Josiah moved in with them, he made a will which gave all of his money to them. Which is slightly different from this game where there's a will that gives everything to Topham. Yeah, but that's found after the death. Whereas this one, people knew about in the actual book, people knew about the will in advance. But Josiah secretly went around to his friends and sort of like here where he's like giving them secret hints, saying it's like, don't worry, there's a secret second will which is going to give you all the stuff you need. Yeah.
So, is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
Yeah, Helen Corning, people don't miss Helen Corning. Like, people have read the books. Bess and George are just so much better than Helen Corning. Also, Helen's not really there in some of the books, too. Basically, book 3 is her biggest role, I'd say.
She was showing it to me just before the explosion. Now it's gone.
Someone stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
Oh, man, I don't think a fireman stole it.
Are you sure no one besides you and Emily was in the kitchen this morning?
Positive. Well, I suppose someone could have snuck in the back door. Are you saying someone caused that fire on purpose? To distract us?
It's possible, don't you think?
But I'm the only one who knew she had that jewelry. Well, it's not quite true. When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Ooh, fun.
Have you tried it out?
Me? Please, I got better things to do with my time.
I do wonder, like, where in this building people eat. Like, if that's the kitchen to the right, where are people going to be eating their food?
Is that your car I saw when I drove up the driveway?
My old rust bucket's parked out back where nobody'll see it. Be nice to buy something decent, but last time I checked, my last name was Willoughby, not Rockefeller.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Also kind of confusing, like, this is a restaurant, but it's called the Lilac Inn. Like, you'd expect it to be an inn, but nope, it's definitely a... not. There we go, here's a piece of paper.
Got it.
Got it,
Looks
okay.
like someone recently had a key appraised.
Woohoo! I think we could have a fun conversation if we call this guy. He's gonna get mad and yell at us, right?
Drop a nickel into the slot. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to call the jeweler, Mr. Waddell, at LK53029.
He's not gonna like that. But it's your nickel.
He's not gonna like what?
He hates it when people call him. Says if they're too lazy to come in and talk in person, he'd just as soon not bother with them.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't...
Too late.
What? I mean, Waddell Jewelry?
Hello, I found this receipt for an appraisal you did, and I wondered if you could tell me...
Look, I'm busy. If you got something important to tell me, then prove it by getting off your lazy bum and coming down here and telling me eyeball to eyeball. You hear me?
Yeah?
Then repeat after me.
Jeepers.
Told ya.
Jeez, what a meanie. Yeah. This is definitely a roadside inn. That was more common in the 30s, as I understand it. Sometimes they had a bad reputation. Like in the first book, Nancy catches up to the bad guys, the thieves that just robbed the house. They're at an inn. They're at a roadside inn. That's where she catches up to them. Okay, so now Mr. Topham is here. We can meet him. He's got the Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Powers.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
So we need to find the mouse for the kitty cat. Oh, I like the horse. Carnival horse. There it is. A picture. Can I look at those pictures, maybe? That'd be cool. Okay, we give it to the cat. Somebody just asked, what would I change about the game? I'd probably change the cat. How's that? Poor Yuri. Oh, like, if he was a cute, fluffy cat, that'd be great. But he's a scary cat.
Do you mind?
Guess I'd better ask permission before I go looking around.
Oh yeah, the game won't let us do anything until we talk to him.
How nice of you to drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
Somebody is asking if I'll play all the games in senior mode. Usually not, because I feel like I have to play through the game first on junior mode before I'm ready to play through the game on senior mode. And I don't think I have enough free time to play each game twice. Yeah.
How did you know who I was?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
So yeah, I am wondering how he knows Nancy's name. Does he really have psychic powers?
Does that mean you can read minds or tell the future, or what exactly?
The paranormal includes telepathy or communicating by sending and receiving thoughts, extrasensory perception or perceiving that which cannot physically be seen or heard, and psychokinesis, using one's psychic energy to reshape or move objects.
Jeepers, you can do all that?
Yes. Well, on occasion. As I tell my students, increasing one's rate of success is simply a matter of practice.
Does everyone have paranormal powers?
To some degree, yes. The goal of the Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Powers is to enable students to make the most of whatever gifts they have. I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
What I'd really like to do is talk about Josiah Crowley.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady, far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
Yeah, so he's only being nice because he's trying to get Nancy to buy lessons. No thank you, sir.
When would be a good time for me to come back?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
Someone's saying, yeah, he was just staring at spoons, like he is not a very busy fellow.
How would I do that?
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with you. Good luck and good day.
And now he'll let us look around.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house.
So this is clock puzzle number 2.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
I think this is a randomized puzzle. I could be wrong. Light bulb, pie. I mean, I assume that's supposed to be a clock. I am not good at this. What? Cheese grater and cheese grater. Clock and clock. Oh, whoops, wrong. Ooh, those two. Pie and pie. Hat and bell. Light bulb over here, right? And then cheese thing. I still don't know what that... That's probably a sundial, actually. Hat and hat. Clock and clock. Polar bear. It's probably a mouse. Butterfly. I don't know what butterflies have to do with a clock. Wasn't this a thing here? There we go. And then that's the bell. And then this is the butterfly. Those two are right next to each other. Ha, that should have been easy. And those two are right next to each other. That should have been easy. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. Hey, open up. That gives us a mirror. Yeah, I think he just gave Nancy this test just to get rid of her because he didn't want to talk to her, basically. He probably does that to a bunch of people he doesn't like. So this is doll
Am
up.
I smart or what?
Because you can see the word D-O-L-L, but you go upwards, it's doll up. And this is double cross.
I'm getting there.
I think I've also seen the one where it's cross and then cross down here, and that's crisscross, maybe? Dry up.
That looks right.
Big cheese.
Am I smart or what?
We did it. We're amazing. Okay, Mr. Topham, how do you like me now, Mr. Topham? Oh yeah, I'm amazing. I wish I could zoom in on his bookcase, but I guess I can't.
Am I to assume that you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
Right here.
Let's have a look.
Yes, let's take a look at this, yes.
Why, you appear to have indeed found the
quite,
solution.
yes.
Well, since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
Did you hear about the explosion and fire at the Lilac Inn this morning?
I heard the explosion and fire. Ruined my 9 o'clock session.
Did you hear that the inn might have to close for a while?
That's a shame. I rather like waking up to the odor of fresh-baked pies, and I rather like Emily Crandall, although I doubt the feeling is mutual.
What? Like, okay, where is this coming from?
Why do you think she doesn't like you?
The fact that Josiah left everything to me made some people around here, including Emily and now this Jane Willoughby, very bitter. It hurts me, of course, but it's human nature, I suppose.
I guess we'll have to ask Emily about this, because, wow, I do not get the sense this guy likes anybody besides himself and his cat.
When and how did you meet Josiah Crowley?
Last summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, He insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
So it was his idea that you set up your school in his house?
Oh, I know rumor has it that I somehow tricked him into it, that I insinuated my way into his home, but I assure you that was not the case.
Yeah, I think it was.
What's in the carriage house that's out back? Do you know?
That was Josiah's workshop. I assume it contains even more detritus.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
It was nice talking to you.
Drop by anytime.
Like, so hypocritical. The only reason you hung out with Josiah was because you knew he had money. Jerk.
What do you do with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way. I'm afraid that fire today was as unfortunate for me as it was for Miss Crandall.
Yeah, let me see. So in the book, like, Josiah didn't really like the Tophams very much. They were very mean to him. So he spent a lot of his time just, like, not hanging out with them, like leaving and visiting his friends instead. And, like, could you blame him if you had to live with this guy? Like, yeah, you'd be going out on a long walk every single day. And I'm looking in the wrong area, aren't I? I'm supposed to be looking here. We have this book which has a bunch of puzzles.
Josiah's mental faculties were starting to go, I'm afraid. He tended to ramble. Very little of what he wrote in there makes sense.
What are you when you win barred bounce?
Keen.
What poet is the cat's meow?
Oh, we haven't found that yet.
My miniature golf course get you? What's Gloria's middle name?
So that's how we open up the carriage house. We do need to find out Gloria's middle name, so we'll do that.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
This is how you do the intelligence test, like fall down. The answer is fall down. Okay, so the typewriter, we need a new typewriter ribbon. The decoder is in the trivet. When it's saying 2 to the right, it means 2 letters to the right. So not becoder, but decoder, and not rivet, but trivet. And then the CC is in the room off the tunnel by the scrambled picture. We found that. Tesla coil, very interesting. So the poem on the golf course sounds like numbers to me. We solved that puzzle. We saw what that was, and it was numbers, in fact. This is to open the clock on top. We need to give the clues to these people. So many puzzles that he left behind.
It looks like Josiah lent a trivet to someone, but I can't make out to whom.
Twin Elms. Yeah, that was the name of the house. The house that's haunted in book number 2. So I think Nancy just needs to drive there because she has to find the trivet, right? Do we want to do that puzzle? It's going to be long and complicated, but yeah, it is going to be long and complicated. How did Josiah gain his wealth? I don't remember. Like, Like, Nancy finds the inside the old clock. In the book, inside the old clock, she's got Josiah's notebook, which has a lot of stuff. And it explains, like, his various stocks and securities that he had.
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
Just a picture of him and his favorite play. Aww. I guess we can do the trivet thing. Yeah, why not? I think we can just drive out to Twin Elms now. Yeah, this game is the only place I've heard of trivet. I've never heard of trivets anywhere else. Twin Elms is in the upper left-hand side of the town. I think.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. A rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Jakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
You can drive with the arrow keys. That's what I'm doing now. It's just not as useful as using the mouse. See, don't we have a map somewhere? I don't know. Here's Tubby Telegrams.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father said
Say no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
You totally don't get any tips whatsoever. Okay, Mr. Waddell's
Hello,
place.
are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. One key, determine resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure. Once you pay the appraisal fee.
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good. Here's the key. Enjoy.
Lots of money. Yeah, a telegram is basically just a message.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Jakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
It's definitely a long chore run. We have to do chores upon chores upon chores. So, basically a telegram is like a short letter or something. That is mentioned a couple times in the older Nancy Drew books because not every place has a telephone yet, and not every place gets mail service yet.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and...
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands or in our mouths.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting.
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I'd better go rinse out his mouth before... Oh,
Would you look at that? He's actually chewing it. You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
So we need to find 5 toys. Oh my gosh. I think we could do them from mini golf, or we could buy them from that one store. So let's just take a break from doing this long chore run. I don't know, you want me to keep doing the chore
I've got
run?
a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye.
Somebody here in the chat defending Clarence. It's like, it's okay to eat a pine cone. That won't kill you. Yeah, I don't think you should be eating pine cones. Even if it's not fatal, that doesn't mean it's a good idea. Okay, let's find out. The poet, that is the bee's knees. Did I look at it? It's Omar. And we know because this was written from Josiah. Josiah said, hey, Gloria, I know you'd love this guy's poems. You know, I've never heard of this guy outside of that game. Outside of the game. That's the only place I've heard this guy. This poet, I mean.
Guess I can't turn a crank unless I'm playing a record.
I like the music. Yeah.
Hi, Nancy.
Is the clock in the parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Oh, just curious. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Pinecone jam. That sounds fancy. Let's see. I think when I was camping once, they tried to have us do like pine needle tea. That was awful, actually. Did not like that one bit. I already forgot the order of the questions. Let's see. What does it say? That's the poem. Okay, so that's the poem from the thing. Okay. I'm glad Nancy wrote the whole poem out. Let's just look again.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello.
Mr. Topham. Is it okay if I look around?
Certainly.
Do you have to ask that every time, Miss Drew? No, you don't. I guess she does. So, okay, so it's Keen, Omar, Pony, and Lois. Okay. Keen, Omar, Pony, Lois. I can remember that. I guess he wouldn't have let me just steal the book. That would have been mean. Keen. Omar. And I'm pretty sure the game does check to make sure you've asked about the middle name. If you haven't asked about the middle name, they will not accept that. It was Pony, wasn't it? I messed up the order. Oh, no! My little pony, my little pony. Ah. That's just a random thought I had last year while watching K-pop Demon Hunters, which is a big movie that, you know, my daughter and all her friends love. Like, they would all sing it in the car. So I finally watched it, and I'm like, this reminds me of the My Little Pony Rainbow Rocks movie. They both have a similar storyline about where we've got to defeat these evil monsters through a battle of the bands, and it ends with this big singing competition. Ah. So here's fish for the one puzzle. Like, grass beds are where I think we need to catch a bass, right? So it's going to be the grass beds is where they live. Maybe.
Something about this clock reminds me of a poem I saw at the mini golf course.
Know how to rainbow rocks. I don't remember the numbers though. Okay, I have it written down. Let me pull up my notes for this game. I did like the K-drama stuff. That was oh yeah, also in Rainbow Rocks, you have the storyline where our main character, Sunset Shimmer, she's kind of having self-doubts about herself. Because she was evil and tried to take over the world in the previous movie. Whereas in K-Pop Demon Hunters, our main character is half demon, and that's why she's having doubts about herself. So even that storyline was the same. But K-Pop Demon Hunters did introduce a storyline with the K-drama, the love stuff, and I really like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next is 8. And then it's going to be 2. But it's good to finally see the movie because one of the hot guys in the hot boy band is like called Saja Ab, I believe, and he's got amazing abs. He's just so handsome, and so now I know why my daughter is making jokes about my abs for like 3 months. I'm like, have I been working out a lot? Nope, it's a movie joke. It's a movie joke. So that's another clock puzzle that gave us a mirror, and we need to solve all 4 of them in order to solve this puzzle in this room. So I'm going to put this here. Yeah, we need the 4th one, which is going to be from Jim Archer's area. I guess we have not gone to his place yet. So I'll do that now. Yeah, my sister, don't know if I'm allowed to say this, my sister is working for Netflix right now, and they had a big thing for K-Pop Demon Hunters. They had like a soda pop, soda bar, and cake. She sent me a video. It was cute. I will say, the version of the song Golden, that's been playing on the radio a little bit. I like the radio version of the song better than the one in the... Oh no, there's a cow! Holy cow, Batman! There's a cow in the way! I like the version of the song they play on the radio better than the one that's in the movie, because in the movie, that version of the song gets interrupted a couple times. Or they have like a couple different versions of it. So like she's trying to sing it, but she's too upset. She can't actually sing it. And obviously that's not as good as the version where she sings the song all the way through perfectly, right?
Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
So we need to go to Camp Avondale, which I think is out here. Yeah, that was a cow jump scare, wasn't it? Do I have my map? I really need the map. Camp Avondale is not here. It's up here. Oh, I don't think these locations are in the actual book, too.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason. What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Actually, the camp might have been in the game. So, I mean, in the book, Nancy goes to Moon Lake. She goes to Moon Lake and stays at Camp Avondale with her friend Helen for like 3 days. And I really didn't like those chapters. I really disliked them. It's like pointless. Because Nancy's told the old clock is in the Topham bungalow on Moon Lake. And Nancy's like, great, my friend Helen is at the Camp Avondale on Moon Lake. And so she spends like 3 chapters at the camp. It's like, no, Nancy, you're at the lake. Go directly to the Topham's place and get the clock. What are you doing? You're just wasting everybody's time. That was my feeling on those chapters. So sorry to heavily criticize the Camp Avondale chapters, but it really did feel like it was a waste of time. So I wrote like an abridged version of the book. Cuts out the Camp camp stuff completely.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
All right,
A
where are the
vending machine
cheap
that
ones?
Just sells toys. Keen.
Oh, they're always in, oh, they're all 25 cents, what I mean. So yeah, Camp Avondale, just kind of an out-of-place interlude in the book. So let's see what happens. Nancy,
I can't get the toy without putting in money first.
okay, put in the money. Nancy goes boating on the lake at Camp Avondale.
2 toys down, 3 to go.
But then the motor breaks, and so she's stuck there all
I
day.
can't get the toy without putting in money first.
Yeah, most of the, yeah,
That makes 3 toys.
most of the locations are like references to things. Like Sunnybrook Farm, there's a book called Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. Or the Blenheim Nursery, that's a reference to Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know about the Deer Mountain Resort, though.
That makes 3 toys.
Wait, what? Nancy, just say
That
that
makes 3
again.
toys.
Oh, I was kind of hoping I could glitch the game and make that be,
That makes 3 toys.
Nancy got 4 toys, right? But nope. I've read both versions of the book.
4 toys. I just need 1 more.
I think they have the camp in both versions of the book, though, actually.
I can't get the toy without
could be
putting
wrong.
in money first.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
5 toys. That's all I need.
So when they rewrote book number 3, like, they introduced a sort of a long plot line, or was that book number 2? Well, yeah, both books kind of introduced new stories when they rewrote the book. Okay, so let me get a new telegram.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
I don't know where the dairy is. What's that? No, I need the map. Oh, it doesn't say. Well, let's meet the bank. Let's go to the bank.
Hello. I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Sorry
Right
about
through
that.
door.
Probably should have gone here way sooner.
Hello. Are you Nancy Drew?
Hey, buddy.
Yes. Are you Mr. Archer?
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
I hear that some businesses aren't doing so well these days.
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by.
Sad Mr. Archer.
Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
What was that sad interruption about?
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
What was Emily's mom like?
Had a good head on her shoulders. Friendly, too. Having a big slice of blueberry pie at the Lilac Inn was always a real treat. It'd be nice if Emily could carry on the tradition, but times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, but that would be like betting Josiah's about to die right away, and that's not a good thing. That's sort of what was indicated in the book, where Topham's like, oh yeah, I'll have Josiah move in with me, he's gonna die within like 3 months, and then Josiah lived for like another 2 years. Made the Tophams really mad, and that was really terrible of them, yeah.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Why do you think he wound up leaving Gloria nothing?
I have no idea. Truth be told, he'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on too. But when I finally read his will, it all went to Topham.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right. Whatever that meant.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
What was he reading?
His favorite book, The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
Lon Chaney, he played the Phantom of the Opera and the Hunchback of Notre Dame, so he's kind of famous for having these scary makeup things, and he did it all himself. Like, he did his own makeup, so that's sort of what this is a reference to.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind, but an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
But Richard Topham lived in Josiah's house. He had access to his typewriter, and he could have copied his signature.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Woohoo!
Maybe that's where his real will is.
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
If Topham can't find the key, maybe it's because it wasn't in Josiah's house.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Sounds good. Okay, so that's up with him. I seem to remember in the book, let's see, Nancy finds a notebook inside the old clock. Like I said, she finds Josiah's notebook, and it says he has a secret safe deposit box under a specific name, not his own name. He used a fake name. It's under his name, it's under a fake name, and it's in a completely different town. And that's the safety deposit box with his will. In the rewrite version of book number 1, the key to the safety deposit box is inside the journal, but not in the original. That's one of the differences between the two.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs. Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. Please take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back.
You know he didn't, Nancy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody in the chat is just making fun of the characters in this game for now not doubting the fact that the will is fake. Like, obviously it's a fake. Like, the guy who had access to the typewriter says, "Oh, guess what, everybody? I found a will which totally gives me all the money. It's legit." And everybody's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, sure." Like, nobody doubts that at all? Seriously?
Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
Did Josiah Crowley give you this clock?
Yes. Unfortunately, it stopped keeping time almost immediately.
So here's the last clock.
It'd sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
We have the key, so we'll use the key to open it, right? Do I have to ask permission first? I feel like I probably have to do. Yeah.
Mr. Archer.
We're gonna ask him.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
Who's this posing next to your car, though, sir? Is that Helen Corning?
Hello
I don't
again.
know. I guess it could be.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
I found the receipt. on the path to Richard Topham's house.
Really? I thought I'd thrown it out. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
I mean, somebody's saying that Topham didn't find... I mean, they said, well, technically Topham didn't find the will, Jim Archer did. I really feel like... Topham helped him out. Like, Topham probably led him into finding the will.
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
I just wonder what it was doing there.
Probably just someone sneaking onto that miniature golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
I guess I'll be going.
Goodbye now.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a picture. And he gave us permission. Now we can open it. Yeah, Josiah left in the broken clock and the broken typewriter. I could tell why he wouldn't be very happy about that. Oh, this puzzle. Okay. So we want to get these... Hey, there we go. That one worked. Is this one here, maybe? Okay, that one's there. We're just trying to get those little lines to line up, if we can. Maybe this is the big one there. In the lower part here. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. We got it. Woohoo! Hey, random stranger, this is your clock now. Okay, now we have all 4 of those little mirror things. And we have the 4 toys, so that's nice.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps' print shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski. We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps print shop. Wonderful.
Yay, so we've got the print shop to get the tickets from the orphanage to the woman, to the other woman for the trivet.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
No, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I am going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
So he's also got a job for us, but this one's not so bad because the orphanage is right next to the fishing hole, and it's also right next to the print shop. So we won't have to travel too far. Okay, so you wanted a 19-inch...
First thing I need to do is bait my hook.
Was it grub? And then it
now
was...
I toss this in the water. And when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
And then it was in the shallows, right? Yeah, I forgot. I know the information was in that one place.
I caught one!
Nope, that's a release.
This doesn't look like a largemouth bass.
Not even kind of. Okay, so maybe I was fishing in the wrong spot. Let's do a minnow. And then rocks. Yeah, I thought it was shallows, though. I could try each spot.
I caught one! An old can. Maybe there's money inside it.
Woohoo!
Oh boy, I'm beginning to really like fishing.
Guys, we found a nickel. We're so rich. So somebody said grass bed and minnows. Let's try that. Because I just tried grass bed, but that didn't work.
I caught one!
19 inch.
Looks like 19 inches to me.
We got it. We are so good.
No offense, Mr. Fish, but you stink.
Stinky fishy.
Well, let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
Great, so we're almost done. Do we have a telegram that we're delivering? No, so I guess we... Do we? The dairy, that's right. We still have a telegram to give at the dairy.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Yeah, Nancy did sell raffle tickets in the original
I've only
book.
got half a tank
That's
of
right.
gas left. I should gas up before I forget. Hello, I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me, thanks. You can tell me I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute, here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so Nancy's wondering, it's like, okay, how can I get inside the Topham house and find their clock, which has the secret notebook inside? And she uses raffle tickets as the excuse. She's like, I'm selling charity tickets. No, it was tickets to a dance, right? And that's how she got inside the Topham house. And that's when she learned, oh no, the real clock is at their place in Moon Lake. It's not in their normal house.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours, it's, well...
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
Yeah, it's a nice dress. We don't get to see what Nancy's dress looks like, but I'm going to assume it's awesome. It's flouncy. How could it not be awesome?
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up the good work.
Okay, let's fill up on gas. Is the gas station not here? Oh, geez. Where's that gas station? It's there. Hopefully I didn't waste so much time. I don't know. Money's pretty tight here.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Thank you, miss. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Drive zippily.
Now I'm poor. Well, let's deliver that one telegram to the hall. I mean, the farm. Get ourselves some money that way. Was it that farm? It was that. No. I think I'm going the wrong way. There it is. No, I'm not.
Hi, I have a telegram from Miss Ross.
My name's Rebecca, and I'm only 10. But I'll deliver it to her for you, I promise. I won't let you down or double-cross you or anything like that.
Well, okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
No sweat. I mean, you're welcome.
Drive zippily. Oh, and you're poor now. Aw. Let's get another quarter.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Dr. Bob out at the observatory. Keep up the good work.
Okay, he's far away, so let's hope we can go the rest of the game on our current tank of gas. I think we can. I think we did most of the driving around that we have to do. There we go. So what am I doing? I got the last mirror, so I can go up here. All right.
If I could let some light in here, I might be able to reflect it off these mirrors.
La 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 la. Okay, we have this puzzle. I think we just have to move everything aside and then put everything back in the right spots. Is that it? So I need a piece that has 7. It's like the 7 is going to connect to the 7, which is going to connect to the 9. And 9, that gives me a 4. 4 is going to connect to the other 4. Is there another 4? That's not a 4. 4 and 4, 8 and 8. 1 and 1. 3 and 3. 6 and 2. 2 and 5. Great, got it. Yes, it's a sunlit room and it's filled with mirrors.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light bounces off of them and onto that radiometer.
This is that vampire's worst nightmare. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, we have to back away to actually start the puzzle. Okay. Oh no! Oh dear, okay. Let's see. That one mirror... Nancy's just bouncing around pretty well. Ah! Let's see. I can't move that one. So let's see how far this one goes. Yeah, this one goes here. Like, maybe that's how we're supposed to do it. Up, down with these ones, and then this can light up that one. Come on, light up the mirror from a distance. There we go. Got it. Yes? This is extreme 1930s technology. Woo!
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
So we had to, like it said in his notebook, the cues are going to be from them. So forget where you put the L-Watt. It's in Marcel's band, you old coot. And this is the new quartz. Waddell cut the
Maybe
blank.
I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered. A part is missing.
We'll need that to fix the ham radio so we can call the people and give them their cues. All right. And the other cues are like in the book. Did we get the trivet yet? Yes, we did, but we don't have the puzzle that refers to.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Yeah, we're gonna need money to get that crystal thing done.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
I was wondering if I could buy it from you. For my father. He loves quartz.
Perhaps we can work
Oh yeah, this is a
You
puzzle.
see,
Okay, so this is
amazing
kind
as
of a
this
tough
is going to
puzzle.
sound,
We'll see if it works.
I am able to project
Like, I
my
have
thoughts
notes from the
into
last time I
another
played the
person's
game, so
brain.
let's hope these notes still work. Because it is like random. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well.
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject? As in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. What card am I holding?
So people in the chat are being mean to Nancy because Nancy's kind of mean about the name Marcel and the hat. It's a lovely name, and you can name your hat whatever you want to wear it, Miss Drew. So what card am I holding? Last time I played the game, it was Circle.
This one.
Marvelous.
Yes!
Here's
Okay,
another.
good. My notes
what
are
card
correct.
am I concentrating on?
Concentrating on was lines.
This one.
Excellent. Here's another.
Okay, good.
Which card am I thinking of?
My notes are great.
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Star.
This one?
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
Star?
This one.
Very good. You
Woohoo!
did it.
We
Well,
did it.
actually,
Okay, that's
I
great.
did it.
That's
But
great.
In any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
Yeah, I definitely, it's an easy puzzle if you have all the answers ahead of time, like I did, yes. But, definitely, it's definitely random. Like, I've played it on different computers and have had different answers show up. I think maybe it's like, I don't know.
But Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have.
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
Are you still looking for the key?
What's the point? No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
It was nice talking to you.
I'm sure it was.
Maybe it's one of those things where, like, whenever you install the game, it randomly picks the options for the solution to the puzzle. Maybe? Okay, so what's on our to-do list now? We need to talk to Emily, right? To get the Marcel thing. I want to try to do everything here instead of going into town. Because the whole going into town would take up gas, and I don't want to use up my gas and my money.
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
Sounds good.
Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in the hat.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Nice. We got it. Nobody noticed that, huh?
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Yes, I do. I want to read the other letters. Oh. Emily keeping a close watch, making sure I don't. Okay, so I think we do have to go to Mr. Archer now. And we had to visit Mr. Waddell anyway, so let's do both. So it's just up and to the right, correct? Not too far.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, no. We've been playing for about an hour and a half now.
Hello again.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
Yeah.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Oh, no.
Sure.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
I don't want to do it.
Just hire a new seamstress.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
Bank is ruined.
I
I'm
wanted
going
to get my
bald.
wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
I'll assume that stuff he said makes sense if you know how to sew. I don't. So let's go. Well, I guess that's not true. I don't know. I can do minor sewing. But I could not sew like an outfit together. But, you know, sew a button that fell off a shirt or sew a patch on a shirt. Yeah, I can do that. It's easy enough. So I thought we had like a secret area here. Yeah, we can sneak in here now.
Looks like this lever opens the couch.
Sweet. Okay, somebody says that line of dialogue makes sense, but the dress is totally not basted. Whoa!
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently.
Yeah, I gotta find some money down here, right? We've got money here.
An old piggy bank. Swell, $1. This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time.
Okay, I got the $2. We're good. We're good. We made it. Oh, now we have this puzzle.
Those tiles are supposed to make a picture.
It's a Creepy's Corner is the picture. I can do that easily, the Creepy's Corner. And now everything else is going to be terrible. Oh, wait, let's see. We've got a moon. So this person's probably standing in front of some kind of moon. Yeah, there we go. Some sort of vampire person standing in front of the moon. Yeah, and then that's... Let's see if we can figure it out. So this is just an old radio show. Somebody saying, basting is when you sew all the pieces together with very large stitches in order to fit it, potentially gather. It's basically a placeholder for finished seams. We've learned stuff. We've learned stuff. Creepy's Corner. So, yeah, Creepy's Corner is, yep, we'll hear that radio show in a moment. I need to solve this puzzle first, you know? I think the tiles at the very bottom... Yeah, that's the guy's hand. Like, we've got this faded white line going along the bottom. Yeah, that helps. See, does this go here? Yeah, that goes there because it's got the little cross there. Okay, that looks fine. And this is probably like a mausoleum, maybe? Like that, like there. Except not that, so maybe it's this? Yeah, there we go. These two swapped. There we go, that's it. So the outline of this puzzle looks like somebody just took the outlines of a pattern that you'd cut out and put on fabric. Okay.
That symbol reminds me of the one on that trivet that used to belong to Josiah.
We'll get a better look at the sewing stuff in just a moment. We found the trivet pattern here, and now we're going to confirm this leads to Mr. Topham's house.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. Jeepers, that sounds like Richard Topham. This door must open right into his living room.
Good kitty, kitty pitty. Oh, moo 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 moo. Kissy kissy kitty kitty.
Why do I get the feeling someone's following me?
That's creepy. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the secret tunnel connecting the houses is book number 2. But in book number 2, Nancy basically breaks into the culprit's house and then finds the secret passage. So she finds it from the culprit's house, not from her friend's house. Let's see. Can she figure out the secret passageway yet? Doesn't look like she can, so we're just gonna leave.
Things. Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
Don't tell me something else blew up.
It's Emily. Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby, what happened?
Just go ask her, and make her tell you everything.
Oh, man. Emily had another incident.
Jane told you, didn't she?
What happened?
That picture on the wall over there, I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself. I saw it move, I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every day I hear a voice, like a whisper, coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about this. Did you see Jim Archer?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
Your mom dropped the insurance in order to save money for...
Shh! Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Shh! Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again. Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Hey, it has not been a waste of time. We've had lots of fun, right?
Would you mind if I stayed for a while?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now. There's nothing for you to do.
I'd like to see if Josiah hid a second will somewhere.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway, there's no harm in trying, right? Who knows? I might turn out to be good at it.
Be my guest.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
This is that sewing machine.
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was
Would it
going
be
to
all
teach
right
me
if
how
I
to
use your
it,
sewing
but
machine?
Go right
She
ahead,
never got
but
the
remember,
chance.
you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Oh yeah, this
I
is
bet a needle goes here.
a different kind of sewing machine than the one that's usually used today, right? We have electric sewing machines now.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always gonna be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
I'd like to kind of look around. Is that okay with you?
You betcha. And keep an eye out for those jewels. The sheriff's not going to investigate. He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, well, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
Great, so now the sheriff thinks that Emily is just Looney Tunes and won't investigate. And I really wish that Nancy could, check out the ruined kitchen or some of the other parts of the hotel. That would be cool. The inn.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
The sheriff isn't lazy. The sheriff just doesn't want to drive all the way out here and pay the 25 cents for gas. That's super expensive gas, you guys.
Somehow he knew who I was before he even saw me.
He came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
Does everybody around here feel that way about him?
Not everybody. Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good.
So let's see, in the Nancy Drew books, the sheriff in book number 1 is fine. He really likes Nancy and helps her out. Sheriff in book number 2 is awful and terrible. And yeah, they cannot rely on him, and he basically messes up the entire case for them. Yeah, he's awful. And it's kind of sad, in the rewrite, they changed, the awful sheriff into a cool sheriff that Nancy really respects and listens to. It's no, I kind of liked it better when she's bad-mouthing the sheriff to his face. That was more entertaining. Okay, so Sandgates gets 2 large cherry, 1 small and large, and 1 small and large for Appleton and Skydale. Then 2 same size, and then 1 small and large for Smithfield. So with the other ones, it's 2 same size, right? It has to be small, because that's our only option there. Yeah. It'd be kind of cool if we did get to bake the pies. Yeah. So 1 blue... Okay, so 1 small and large for Riverville, and then 2 small for Appleton. It said one of them had no pie? What kind of place wants no pie? No pie. Okay, 1 large blue for Knoxville. And then what was Skydale and Sandgate? Okay, 1 blue for Sandgate. Skydale is too large. So that means the 1 for Sandgate has to be the leftover blueberry pie. Okay, now it's chocolate. So 1 small and large, 1 small and large for these guys. Next is 2 large and 2 large for Skydale and Smithville.
All done.
Hey, we did it. We're great. Okay, so we got rid of her. And that's how we know we can pull down that lever.
I'll bet those are the 2 brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found.
Yep, so if we hadn't found the hidden passageway, Nancy says something different, indicating, hey, we can go there.
There's something written on the back.
This explains how we find that hidden passageway, yes. Well, we didn't find the needle yet, did we? Where is it? Oh well. We can listen to the record now. Just gonna put on a weird record for Emily. She's just gonna have to listen to the whole thing.
Would it be okay if I played a record?
Sure.
Gotta love it.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog. When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise.
Oh, it gets better.
My fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him. "Step away from that bottle of warthog potion," I commanded, "and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant." "I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword." And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside paled in comparison to our battle. To my surprise, Nick's experiences as a lower life form seemed to have improved his skill as a swordsman. I feinted, I parried, and yet victory eluded me. And soon I began to feel my strength ebbing from me. I was tiring rapidly. Summoning every ounce of what little energy remained in my body, I lunged at him one last desperate time. Ouch! Why, you've wounded me! I had managed to wound him on his right arm, just above the elbow. Curse you! His words, punctuated as they were by an untimely clap of thunder, sent a shiver down my spine. "Save your breath," I intoned, "and give me those gold coins." "Here, take your precious coins." He tossed the bag of coins onto a chair. But as I reached for them, he reached for his bottle of potion, and in a matter of seconds, my night had gone from bad to horrible.
And yeah, that's the end of the record.
Hi, Nancy. I'll be back in a
Aw.
little bit. You're the bee's knees.
We can't talk to Emily about that silly record. You'd think she would say something about it. Well, it matches these sound effects. So like we had the horse, and then the thunder, and then the thunder, and then the rain. It spells out the word Goodfellow. That's what that clue is. That's what that puzzle is all about. Somebody's asking about the Shakespeare stuff. That's not in any of the Nancy Drew books. They made it up for the game. Same with the record. Nancy does not listen to a very strange record in the books.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
I found a nickel while I was fishing. That's pretty cool.
I can't sew with that.
Okay, here we go. Here's our needle. And then here's our sewing challenge. Let's see if I can do it. Just trying to sew along the edges of the dress. Okay, come on, let's do this. Okay.
There. Not bad,
Okay.
Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
So if you make too many mistakes, Nancy's forced to start over again. And I've definitely done that over and over. Like, it's way harder on senior mode, but I've definitely done it on senior mode where I've had to do it like 10 times in a row, and it's super frustrating. And also super unrealistic that Nancy, like, has to completely undo every single stitch and then try again from the beginning again. That is crazy times. Yeah, first try. I can't believe I got the miniature golf first try. I got the sewing first try. That is crazy times.
What could have made this picture move? Why does this picture keep moving?
This is an Easter egg. Do you mind if I do the Easter egg? Just messing with that picture over and over and over again. Oh, man. Trying to do that on a trackpad is terrible. Yeah. The sewing... If you have a normal mouse, I guess it's easier.
Why does this picture keep moving?
It almost kind of makes you, like, wish you had a second mouse. One that has a different sensitivity.
Why does this picture keep moving?
That would make the sewing puzzle easier. So I forget what the Easter egg is besides we just move this a bunch of times. I think that's
Why
it.
does this picture keep moving?
If there's another step to it, then I don't know.
Why does this picture keep moving?
I do love the hat. We've got a bunch of hats. Yeah, Nancy wears hats. It's the 1930s. Everybody wears hats.
Why does this picture keep moving? Why does this picture keep moving?
Why does it keep moving? I haven't been keeping track of how many times we move it. I don't know.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Oranges tickle pink.
That's it. Is that it? do we actually get an Easter egg, or does the picture just say, "Oh, I'm just tickled pink"?
Why does this picture keep moving?
Oh, I'm just tickled pink.
Oh, yeah, you'd think it would have I thought there was going to be like an actual Easter egg that you get. Nancy wears a hat on the cover of the original, like, 4 books. That's what I'm saying. She wears a hat on the cover of the books. I forget how often her hat is mentioned. So the picture said we pull on this, and that lets us go over here.
Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
So, we solved the puzzle of how somebody made that picture move and scares Emily into thinking that the walls are moving. Like, the walls are actually moving in this particular case.
I should ask Jane about the photo I found that allowed me to find that staircase that goes behind Emily's room. Guess I better not leave the lights on.
What's cooking?
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Yep,
It may even be that someone is trying to scare her on purpose.
On purpose? Who would want to do something like that?
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
So this is sort of the story from the second book, where the culprit uses this secret passageway to go into the house, but he's making it seem like the house is haunted in book number 2. And also, he can't resist breaking into the house and stealing some items occasionally.
Can you think of somebody else who may have had access to that picture?
Anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
How many people have been behind the desk? Come on, seriously. You come on.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
Yeah, and in the second book, he's making it seem like the house is haunted so he can buy the property for cheap. Okay, so now that she's gone, we can read her letter. Gloria, hey, I'm still a secretary. So this is from Jane, her friend, Jane. Jane, sure, I'll take care of Emily in case something happens to you. You just write, I'll come running. But don't worry, you got a nice place to live. You've got it made in the shade. I'm in the boarding house here. Most of the gals here are nice, except Marion Aborn. She dropped in the other day to borrow some bobby pins. Marion Aborn is the culprit in the rewrite of book number 3. She's not in the original version of book number 3. So this Marion Aborn, terrible person. Like, she went through my purse. Can you believe it? Yeah. Well, maybe I can buy a car, hey? Wouldn't that be the butterfly's boots? That would be. Okay, so here we go. So here's the note. And this is from the bottom of the heart. You're a kind lady. So that's the 1Q. The 1Q is in the note to Gloria. This is a note to Gloria with the Q. Great, we did it. Okay, so now I think we can go into town and do stuff. We're gonna buy that thing for the ham radio, and then we're also going to open up the safety deposit box. Yeah, it's weird with the bungalow mystery. Somebody points out, like, in the bungalow mystery, in the original book, there are 2 different places called a bungalow. And then in the rewrite, neither one's called a bungalow. One's just called a normal house and one's called a shack. Yeah, that was so weird.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Whereas at the very start of the book, like Nancy and Helen are on a lake and their terrible storm hits and they kind of have to take shelter in then this random boathouse just to take shelter. So in the rewrite of the bungalow mystery, that's the bungalow the book is named after. I'm like, what? Why did they get rid of the cool bungalow where the criminal lives and all that stuff and replace it with random shack on the beach as the bungalow? So weird. Ugh. Anyway.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box.
Well, as I said, I just read, like, those Nancy Drew books. They're fresh in my mind. That's how I know these stories. Like, somebody mentions Nancy Drew, The Twisted Candles. I can't remember anything about that book besides there's an old man who's over 100 years old, and he makes twisted candles. And then that's it, because I haven't read that book in years. I don't know anything else about it.
That was Josiah's key, all right.
So don't think I have, like, a brilliant memory that I remember every single book I read, because I don't.
But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned. I'll be at my desk if you need me.
So the password, as I said, was Goodfellow.
It's locked. Naturally.
GOODFELLOW.
Flute, 7.025 megahertz. Fuck! That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay, so give me a second here. I'm gonna do a poll here. Which person should we call first? Okay, so flute is the option. Was it
Pyramus.
Pyramus?
7.057 megahertz.
And then Thisbe, right?
Thisbe, 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
So a lot of my,
Anything else I can do for you?
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Yeah, I think he's just scamming people out of money.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Okay, so now we're just gonna go and get that. Yeah, now we're just gonna call everybody. And then hope I have enough money for this. Okay, yeah, I think we just run over there and then we do that. I'm trying to pull up my notes here to give me... All right, get your votes in, everybody. Well, how do I start? Do I have to just pull this again? Get your votes in, because we're making our decision here. It looks like Thisbe is winning with 42%, Pyramus with 32%, and then Flute with 27%. Okay, so poll is coming to an end. Somebody says, don't we need to look at the book first? You're right. We probably do need to look at the book first. We'll do that. Sorry. I own several Nancy Drew books. Not like all of them. Oh, okay, so we're probably going to have to ask him about the book, and then we can steal it, because he says no. Yeah. That's how it works.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Could I see that copy of A Midsummer Night's Dream you have there?
Why?
Well, you said it was Josiah's favorite play. I'd just like to take a look at it.
It's a very old copy. I'd rather it not be handled unnecessarily, lest it fall completely apart. I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but request denied.
It was nice talking to you.
I knew you were going to say that. A little psychic humor.
So now we're gonna leave and rob him. Easy enough puzzle. So we're gonna sneak in through here. La 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 la.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. I don't hear anybody. Now would be a good time for me to sneak inside and have a quick look at that Shakespeare book.
Clear your mind of all thoughts.
Oh yeah, and the cat wants a toy, so we need to find where the cat toy is. It's right here.
Yori, be quiet. You're disturbing us.
Here you go, kitty. Here you go.
Yes, Mrs. Beckman. Yes, it's okay if you blink. Just
Yikes. Okay, that's a puzzle. You want to prevent that from falling.
9:30 a.m. about money. That's today.
Josiah! I assume that's him, right? Framed photo of himself. Where's that book? Where's the... is it on the other side of the door?
Josiah must have circled these quotes, but why? Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my journal.
There we go. That's it.
I'd rather try to pull it.
all right then. Try to pull it.
Okay, I won't get caught by him, but it's kind of a funny scene when he gets mad at you. We already solved that puzzle. We don't need to look at the creepy's corner again.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Yep, hope you guys are having a nice time. I feel like this is getting close to the end of the game, right? Like we make those, we make the ham rodeo calls. And yeah. Should be within a half hour, I guess. Okay, so people want a Disney. I don't know which one she is. I'm sure Nancy's notes say it, though, so let's go. We put in the quartz. And then Thisbe is 70/50.
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh dear, they closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh my, that's worse, isn't it? And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was. Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me, so he gave me a line to say. A very curious line, I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue. A passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here goes.
If we these shadows have offended.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me.
Thisby's not your real name, is it?
No, it's what Puck called me. My real name is dull as dishwater, just like my life. Mildred. Puck was such a breath of fresh air.
His real name was...
I don't want to know. He told me that acting was his life, and that he'd gotten rich and famous doing it. No matter who he was to the rest of the world, that's what he was to me, and that's how I want to remember him. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
Mildred being the name of the person who wrote the first 4 Nancy Drew books. Okay, so 57, I think, is the next one. Oh, did I do it wrong? Did I, like, hit back away instead? Did I get it? Oh no, that was calling her again. Okay. I'm not good at this. 25 is a number.
Hello? Flute?
Hey, we got it.
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. Especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words. Well, hope I've been of some help. Over and out.
All right. And the next is going to be 57.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess. How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him. So, yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute. I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
So someone in the chat is saying like there's a random channel we can call. I don't know. I didn't know if there are any other channels we can call in this game. I can try. Doesn't look like we can change the 7 though. Okay, no channel there. I think it's just.
I hear you loud and
Oh.
clear. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew? What kind of handle's that?
It's not a handle. It's my real name.
Just get set up?
Set up?
Your radio. You just set up your radio?
Actually, it's someone else's. Or it used to be.
Ah, so you don't know what you're doing.
Not really.
Well, a word to the wise, sweetheart. Anybody asks who you are, either use call letters or make up a name. No need to go broadcasting your real moniker all over the country. And if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Over and out.
Huh. That's interesting. So let's see if there's another person we can call. Okay, well, let's try the 3s then. Just trying every single number. Nope, let's try the 4s. Okay, we already did the 5s, so let's try the 6s. Do I have to wait a bit on everyone? If so, hopefully that guy's not the only one. It did sound a little bit like Mr. Waddell, right? Okay, I'm not getting any anything else. I think that was just it, right? 13. Lucky number 13. Now I'm not getting that person again. Do I have the right number? Hello, hello. Well, that was just fun anyway. Looks like that guy just only talks to you once and then never again. Okay.
Flute is a character in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay, so the cue is going to be 1, 2, 3. That was flute. Next is Thisbe. Thisbe's is going to be 1, 2, 3. We're basically matching those hobo languages. These signs, the ones from the newspaper that we saw earlier, to the words in the cues that they gave us. Well, what they gave us once they got their cues. And then bottom's cue was in the note for Gloria, which was, "You are a kind woman." All right, now we have this puzzle. So let's see, 4, 8, 10. One. I don't know what else here. 2. Oh, I messed up somewhere. Okay, so it's 4, and then 8, and 10. This is not a bad puzzle. There we go, 6, 1. And then now I should be able to make it all the way through. Like 7. And then how far am I away? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with 9 and hope it works. Hey, hey! Got it.
Whoa!
A golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
Take this to Tiny Town, and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit the hole-in-one. Ah. Okay, almost at the end game, right? So we get this secret hole-in-one here in Tiny Town.
Another safe deposit box key?
Yeah, there we go. So that's the key to his safety deposit box. I want to see if we can break into Topham's. Oh.
It's all right. It's not all right. Stop lying. Something's wrong with me. You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
What do you mean? What's happened?
Please, go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
I want to see if we can get caught by Topham now. It might be that only happened at the end. Oh, come on. Where's the secret lever? There we go. It might be that you only get caught by Topham in that one specific part of the game where you're trying to read the book. But maybe we could try it again.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Yeah, see, yeah, nope. It was just the one-time only thing. Darn. Well, like I said, it's kind of a silly ending when he catches you.
I feel like someone's watching me.
I've definitely got a video that has, like, all the second chances in this game. Did that for, like, all the Nancy Drew games. A video with, like, every single game, like, a video showing off all the death scenes, a video showing up all the Easter eggs, and such.
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
Why? What's the matter?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having what'd Jane call it? A nervous breakdown.
No, you're not.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
No.
I don't want to talk to you.
Aw, that's so sad. But I wanted to talk to you because you're my friend. Okay, so, it does feel like we're at the end of the game, right? Let me see what happens if I hit the second chance, though. Why is this a second chance? Huh. Where in the game am I now? Well, maybe now we can get that. And like, why is there a second chance there in that particular area, though?
Hi, Mr. Topham.
That's weird.
Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
I don't think we can do the sneaking into Topham here. Well, using the second chance, that might have been a good idea, but it looks like that's not going to work. So now let's just end the game. Yeah, what game over is inside the carriage house, I wonder? No idea. So we go to the bank.
I'm glad you stopped by. I need to clear the air about something. I lied before, not just when I said the bank was doing fine when it's really not, but when I said that wasn't my car you saw parked outside the inn today. I parked it there because I didn't want anyone to know that I was at Richard Topham's begging him for money. This bank is in truly dire financial straits, and if anyone finds out...
Mr. Archer, I already knew you were at Richard Topham's today. I saw your name in his calendar.
Oh, so what can I do for you?
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
But this has to be Josiah's key.
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
Whoa!
So, Clara Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
Apparently, he loved playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses.
Yep, so we found our real, Josiah's real will.
I wonder what this is. Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
That is a giant hat. Yeah.
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
It's gonna be swell capturing ya. So we have to chase her for like, I don't know, a minute or so. And then we go to the town line. Right? That's how this works? Low speed car chase. Oh geez, and I failed. Wow. That is funny though, yeah. When it's like, that doesn't look anything like Jane Willoughby. Yeah, that's because it's a real life photograph. She's not a computer character.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Whoops. What happened to the real Jane? I'm not entirely sure. She probably is still in Chicago and just never got the letter telling her to come back to this town to take care of Emily. So storyline of an imposter guardian is from book number 3, Bungalow Mystery. I think the two versions of the book, like the original and the rewrite, have different explanations for why the real guardian is not there.
I bet she's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Okay, there we go. When Nancy says that, we just sneak over here, the state line, and game over.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
Dear Ned, I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I just solved a mystery. I figured out that Emily Crandall's guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby after her mom died. She pretended to be Jane not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she needs to keep the inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money too, which means he won't have to close his bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story. As always, Nancy.
Delicious, delicious pie. Yum. Okay, so what did I get? I got Puzzle Pro for beating the game very quickly. Woohoo!
Great news, I think. See, Frank and Joe Hardy have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this mystery takes place on a train. But not just any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
This is... Oh, we got here the name of the game. There we go. It's Last Train the Blue Moon Canyon, the next game in the Nancy Drew series. Probably not the next game I'm gonna play in the marathon. Let's see if I can get the wheel of randomness to pick the game, then I'll try. Let's see if I can get it to show up. Fingers crossed. Ah, there we go. Okay, wheel of randomness. There we go. It spins. The next game in the marathon is going to be Ghosts of Thornton Hall, actually. That's going to be the next game I'll be playing here on my on the 2026 Nancy Drew Games marathon. And then after that, the wheel is going to change a little bit because I got comments from people. So I'm going to take like the two Hardy Boys games off of the wheel of randomness. They're not going to be options. So apologies to anybody. Did I take off the two Dossier games too? I think, yeah. So the wheel is going to look a little different. Basically, I'm doing like 12 games in this marathon. So I did the first 6 games. I spun the wheel, did that all at once. And then earlier today, I just spun the wheel another 6 times. So, again, thank you for watching. Check out my other videos. And the stream will continue tomorrow, I think. Hopefully. Probably. I hope I can do it.